Hello, Olu again, man. Nuggets of wisdom coming at you again. We're going to be continuing our 7 Ds of change. The other day we spoke about number one, which was disgusted. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. While at it, please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. My second D today is decision. It's not enough for you to be disgusted. You have to make a decision. Being disgusted without making a decision is just a walk in the park and it's not going to do anything at all. What do you mean by that? I told you in my previous video that I got disgusted. Something had to shift. I thought people took advantage of me. I thought people violated me. I thought I let myself go. But I can get angry, be upset all day. If I do not make a decision, I'm just playing. It don't mean nothing. I'm going to break that down. I've probably said this one before. Let's break the word decision. And I broke to this one. Decide a vision. Decision. Decide what you're going to do. Start thinking about, when they say making a decision, does not mean that you have it all together yet. Does not mean that you have all the answers yet. But you have to make a decision. Probably in the case of you living in a city that everybody knows you, or you've been there and the share was too much, the stress was too much, you may need to make a decision to move out of the city. That's a decision. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to. It doesn't have to all line up in a row. But just because you're disgusted is not enough. You got to make a decision for things to change. You got to make a decision for something to happen. You can't just be disgusted. You can't just be angry. The second thing you have to do is start building your vision. Imagine it in your spirit. For me, I'm going to actually explore who I am. One of the things I did, I took my career more seriously. I studied more. I made sure that I sat down with my career and try at least not being the below average I was all these years. I wanted to actually elevate my knowledge even in my career. In order to know what I made, I was terribly overweight. I said this to me before. It was over 300 pounds when I was going through my divorce in 2011. And I got to the point, I know people always do, revenge body. No, I was sick. This was not just to be a show off. I was borderline diabetic, right? I had acid reflux. It was terrible. It was horrible. So I had to make that decision. Only what you gonna do? Now you're disgusted. Now you're angry. But are you just gonna talk about it? Or you're gonna do something about it? The next thing I want you to do, you have to start, because when you are in those relationships or place of things, your dream has been put on hold. I don't think you have even dreamed in a long time. I don't think you've even imagined who you were. Your value has gone so down, it's been trampled upon. Now you want to say, I want to make a mental picture of my own vision. And it doesn't have to be that you do everything in one stroke. This may take 6 months, this may take years for it to happen. But the thing you want to know is that at least you started making those decisions. At least you start making those moves. Another thing you have to also do, you can't get caught up on whatever you had before. You have to make a decision to be joyful and not happy. What do I mean by that? Joy is a state of mind. Happiness is belong on events or things that happen. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice. It's a choice that you have to make on a daily basis to keep on picking up that decision that you started. And don't expect that's going to be an overnight thing. It's taking years for your personality to be destroyed. It's taking years for you to gain that weight. It's taking years. You've neglected a lot of things. It's taking years. Give yourself a breathing place. Give yourself some grace. You can't keep on, no, you're not going to just get it immediately. That's the TV. My brothers and sisters, making a decision is key for your way to your change, to your journey. You need to make a decision. Imagine your decision in your mind. This is the time for you to dream. This is the time to write things down. This is the time to look at yourself. I will tell you, as you grow on your journey, start looking at the things that you may not even have. Maybe you lost a house, you lost a car, or you lost your job, or you lost a career. And so, when I get back, this is X, Y, Z I want to do. You have to hold yourself tight. And when I say decision, let me even give you something that came to my mind. A decision is like hugging yourself. I will never be hurt like that again. I will never be disrespected that way again. I will never be hurt that way. It's a decision. There are things that happened in 2011. I learned my lesson in a way can never, even if something like that, can never occur in that way again. So let me give you this way. And this may sound whatever you want to call it. Maybe it doesn't sound practical, but look at your decision as you hugging yourself. You remember you've neglected yourself in being disgusted. You were everybody's walkover. Now you're making a decision. Now you're loving on you. You're holding yourself to the greatest thing that you needed to happen. And that is you. So my brothers, my sisters, you want to make a decision. Make it internal. Dream again. Imagine again. Love again. Think again. Read again. Do things you've never done before. Go walk in the park. Wake up in the morning. I'll give you a good example. When I was going through, everything was a blessing. Every small thing was a blessing. I made a decision that things are going to change. I'm going to buy a little thing to my house, or the apartment I was there at the time, and you thought I spent $1 million. I made a decision. And I didn't care what anybody said. The decision to love on me in the ways I've never loved on myself. Decision to care about myself in ways I've never cared about myself. I've always been the bottom of the list. That is what I've always done. So my brother and my sister, is very clear. Can go on and on. For you to make ever long-lasting changes, the number one was disgusted. Now, the second D is a decision that you have to make. Decide a vision. This is all the way again. Nuggets of wisdom. Please like, share, hit the notification bell. God bless.